We went on a break back in March when we started planning for the return of our student athletes. At some point we put together a committee or a task force made up of people around the ISU community and medical professionals in the Terre Haute community. And we really just wanted to include anybody that knew an aspect of our athletes' daily basis, what facilities they were going to be in, what they would encounter on a daily basis here on campus. We really wanted to get those people together so we could formulate a plan with health and safety as the priority to bring them back at some point. We've met weekly over the past month. Our medical director, Dr. McDonald, myself, Sherrard, Angie Lansing, Joel McMullen, Dean Caroline Mallory from the College of Health and Human Services, and then other ISU leadership has been on there as well. We're really just discussing, what if, what happens, different plans put in place, making sure that we're in line with the CDC recommendations, Indiana State Department of Health recommendations, and just making sure we align with all those recommendations so it is safe when we bring our student athletes back. NCAA recommendations come out and they advise to do a phased progression back into athletics. First phase is going to be a phase 0, which we bring a limited number of our student athletes back into the Vigo County community and into our Indiana State athletics community. And that phase is just all for medical purposes, daily screening, medical checks, education on the new policies and procedures that we have in place, and they won't have any access to any athletics facilities during that phase. It's more of an educational and medical check phase. Right now we have planned to start phase 0 on June 15th. Now all this is subject to change based on the state of Indiana and our Vigo County Health Board. And so phase 0 would start June 15th, and we would bring a limited number of student athletes back, use that week for medical checks, physicals, screening, and education. What really is the driving factor behind our numbers we're bringing back is what our facility capacities can handle. We're going to practice social distancing. We've increased our disinfectant and sanitization methods, and really we have daily screening in place, and really our facilities are what restrict us from how many we can bring back at a time. And bringing back in this phase progression a small number of athletes at a time really lets us know that our policies are working. If there needs to be changes to them, gives us the time that we can make changes to them, and lets us operate with a smaller number before we go through a larger number of athletes.
Well, I think it starts from the beginning when we shut things down. We had a call with all of our staff, and I said our first priority is going to be for our student athletes and our staff, and to make sure that we can preserve the way that we live our lives and do our business. And so that was first and foremost. And I think putting together this committee was essential. And Kellen and Dr. McDonald leading that effort. I'm not the subject matter expert. I don't even begin to go down delve in that. But to have people that are capable and have the experience and knowledge to be able to lead that and help give me information that I can then share with our president and other cabinet members has made a big difference. Just so proud of what we're doing. The phase-in part is just important because this COVID-19 is changing all the time. It's very capricious in its nature. And so for us to be able to have a plan that basically puts us 2 weeks behind gives us a chance to adjust and to fit what's best for our student athletes going forward.
A lot of changes have been made since we left here March 12th, and the normal way of doing things in the athletic world that was March 11th is no more. So we like to think of it as a new normal. We're coming into a new normal when we return, and there is a lot of changes, and there's a lot of safety protocols in place and procedures in place, and we really have to use this time before we get them back on campus to let them understand what those procedures are and educate them about the illness itself, so they feel good about coming back, they feel comfortable about coming back, and we're ready for them to come back.